Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube. What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, and I'm back with a review. This is FansToys FT-42 Hunk, which is their Brawn. Yes. This is a G1 Masterpiece Brawn. So what you get in the box, you got the directions. Directions are pretty clean, pretty good, pretty straightforward. I don't know, I really didn't have any problems with these directions. You get the stat card with stats on the back. I don't know if anybody can read that, but I can't. So you got the box. Box is pretty small. Go back a little bit. Oh, there we go. So yeah, the box is pretty small. Typical FansToys box. Got the fan art. Got these two guys. This one's coming hopefully soon. Probably not, but let's get to the figure. Not a whole lot to talk about, but it's pretty straightforward. Comes with a couple accessories, a gun, and the drill. The drill bit is already on, and you see his face, Thomas the Train face. Since I can't unsee it, you can't unsee it either. He has rubber tires. Cool. Of course, this doesn't come on. I'll put that on. This tire up here is rubber, and it spins as well. Spins. Got some detail back here. Got a gas can, and you got blue windows. This is painted blue, but then you have the translucent blue. It doesn't look bad inside. You can see his arms a little bit. His arms are in there, and you can see like the sides of where his arms go. But all in all, I like this figure. It's a good figure. Guess I'll show the G1 model, as I often do. And you get this face, which I didn't take out the plastic, but it's his screaming face. His face. I may put that on. I don't know. I may not. Like I said, you got this. The other accessory is the gun. Now, this flap right here is kind of weird. It's like supposed to be sandwiched between these two halves. Well, you can't do it anyway. Okay, let me talk about that. This gun, the directions tell you to put it on the outside. I don't like it on the outside because it's sticking out and you can see it. I mean, it doesn't really make much difference. It's underneath, but still, I just put it on the inside because this doesn't stay right anyway, and it doesn't mess with the clearance. If you leave it like that and just has that little barrel sticking out, and you're fine. Now, the real way they tell you to do this is, and this is what I mean. See those little notches? This is supposed to sandwich in between them and stay. I don't know if it's the paint up here or the mechanism, or maybe I don't have something right. I do think I'm missing a little something, because over here this is straight and right here this isn't. And I was trying to mess with it. I might mess with it later, but for the sake of the review, it may be misaligned somewhere. I'm not sure where. I'm not sure if it can be aligned correctly. I'm sure it can be most of the time. FansToys, they're pretty good with that. So, but it's a good representation. But like I was saying, it has this little peg, and it's touted to be in like that. But you see, this doesn't close well, and even though it still doesn't get in the way too bad, but it does get in the way. And plus, I like it. I just like it underneath better anyway. It's just that little bit of handle sticking out, and it doesn't really hurt anything. And it's way better clearance for me, since this won't go right. But like I said, often with FansToys, everything, if one thing is misaligned, everything is misaligned. Like you gotta have everything tight, and they usually are tight, like together. I had a problem with blur as well. But so let's keep it moving. I'll show you his gun. Block everything out. Gun's pretty good. Look like it's painted silver. All one piece. Got some good markings. And I like that they have a rail system this time where it goes into the back of the hand. I hope more figures do that. I like that. I don't know why I like it better than the peg. It's when it's done correctly. I have some figures that have rail systems that don't work, but when it's done correctly, I think it works better. This just clamps on to here, and I would be careful. I'm sure that yellow paint is applied pretty well. There's Thomas the Train face. But here's this thing. It's just plastic, chrome plastic. It's okay. It's split. Look like it's split down the middle. I don't know if you can open this up. Doesn't say anything in the directions, but knowing my luck, I'm breaking it. So I think it's just the way it was assembled. I ain't breaking it. So let me stop before I break this thing. But yeah, it's just plastic. So let's get down to the figure. Showed some of it. You see the underside, most of it. Colors aren't bad. We'll get more into that doing robot. And vehicle mode, I don't really have any vehicles to compare him to. But the Ace, I have the Ace cliff jumper, which is about the size of the other cliff jumpers, I believe. I don't like this figure. It's not that great. So I'm still in vehicle mode, even though I do keep some of my figures in vehicle mode. But it was like $20 figure. But you can compare that. I'm start keeping this over here just to compare vehicle modes maybe with this thing. So yeah, I think it's a good size, good comparison. All right, let's get down to transformation. Get this up here like that. You want to work on this first, which is just the top part. You get this out of here. You pull these down, these two things. They just go up and clip onto there, and that's like the all this is the back part. So you can just split this, just so you can get this out like this, and you can work on. It's a mechanism that you'll see the type of mechanism it is. It's tabbed in right here too, but I don't know if it's like a strong tab. I don't think it is, to tell you the truth. Let me see. Strongest tab. And FYI, this is my first time. That's a testament. This is my first time turning it back into a robot. I transformed it into the vehicle when I first got it, and which I got it today. And this is the first time. Now, I do know some of this in here is tight, and you got to kind of squeeze it around it. So you got to kind of flex it a little. These mirrors too, I didn't talk about the mirrors. They feel like they're metal. They're really hard. It's almost, I think Magnum was like that. They had the fixed mirrors. So there you go. You get that. It's right here. It's really tight on that stuff. So you want to get this backpack situated. And then there's two pegs right here underneath each. And kind of want to get it up like that. And this it's a slider right there, and this slides up and down. But it should stay up, and you can pull this out just to give you a little more room. And you have it like this. These you can you might as well get back and just bend them back like that. This part, might as well do this. You can bend this all up like this. This folds, goes up into, but let's get this front part right now. So this goes down, this part goes up, and you can like kind of spin this. You can bend this a little bit, but you gotta make sure these are clear. So then you spin this way, and you can fold this up once you get it over here. Sorry. Then tricky part is that this, when you fold this up, well, let's bring this out first. You get all this, you know, it's folded up like this, but this goes all the way up because this is going to go on top of it, but then it's going to fold in and bend. So it wraps around. So this part will sit in here. If you understand, you can see. Let me show you this way. Then you fold it up like that, and that part will fold up, and it will sit together like that. And that's pretty much his backpack. Once you get everything else in the robot situated. So we can work on the legs. The legs kind of came out already. Get down a little bit. These parts can pull up, fold them down, then fold this like that. This, it's different than this, even though they kind of look identical. You want to pull this out while you're pulling up, and then slide it back while you're pushing on it. It's not hard, but it's hard behind the camera, as often as it is. Here you go. You kind of stick it in to where it goes and then push it down. And there you have that part. So we do the same thing over here. They're identical both sides. This side, of course, it's the front. So you want to pull it out and slide it. Let me show it from this angle. It's pegged in right here. So you unpeg that a little bit, then pull it out, then slide it this way. Peg hole goes in that peg right there. You can kind of slide it, peg it in, and then slide it the rest of the way. Well, this one kind of slid down how it was supposed to. And then you flip this up. And that's that. Then on this side, it's just simple. Flip it back. Flip it. I think they did that because they just wanted some different transformation. Just some new stuff. So then you can pull these out like this. And just for now, just keep them there because you want to get these legs. You can turn this because once the arms come up, you can't turn. So this is his head. You can turn around to get it situated forward. Now this, pull the arms out a little. Then you push this up on this gold piece. All the way up like that. You can just keep the arms away, or up, I should say, just to give you room to forward these legs. Now you see all this, and you can forward this. Just to get some stability, flip this over, and that's how you connect these legs together. One of the places. And you pull this out of there like that. Leave it like that for now. Over here, do the same. Flip, lock, pull this out that cavity. Now you're like this. Then you can start to work on this stuff in here. Pull it out. Oh, I forgot. Don't forget this part right here. it'll be down. You want to pull it up because that's how this goes in. This knee is kind of like Sheridan, but it's not as finicky. So you can see that, and then you clip it to keep it where you need it to be. And then you can kind of turn it, and you got to turn this whole thing. Like this a turn by itself, but you want to get it. And then once you get it down, you can kind of like finagle it to get it right where you needed it to be. Put this up here like that. There. And kind of turn this around again. Kind of get it where you need it to be. Now these flaps, you can push up and goes in there as a flap inside, inner flap. Not really too bad. It's only one spot where you might need a tool, and I'm about to tackle that spot in a minute. So as I say that, and now I can't get this up. Okay. Always. Jinx. So he's starting to come together. Now this is the spot I was talking about. His skirts. Make sure this is all together how it should be. And I see it was a little split here. When from splitting the legs, that could be why it wasn't lining up right in vehicle mode. But anyway, let's get to that. So right here, these skirts, they'll be like this in vehicle mode. You want to push this down, but first you want to get this out. So you can pull this up and pull these a little bit to get it, but then eventually, you know, you got to push it back up because it won't clear the leg. But just to get in there in order to get this out, it's still giving me problems, but see if I can use his tool. There you go. Use what's at your disposal. Now with this, it's a little notch there in order to clear this leg, because you push, oh no, wait until, before you do that, and let's get the other one out, because then you want to push the whole hips forward. So let's get this one out. I'll pull that up, get that up a little bit just so you can get in there, and then you can get it out enough for you to grab it. That should be enough, maybe not. There we go. So now, don't need that no more. Now you want to push these hips forward. It's a little, it's hard to see in there, but there's two little indentations. And the back is for vehicle mode, and pushing it forward is for robot mode. That only goes forward a little bit. There you go. So then you can see the hole a little bit better, and it like dips. It's sort of like a dip in there. Like it's got like a figure 8. Then you want to push this, and as you see, it's that little notch is enough to clear the leg, or it should be enough. I mean, you still want to put the leg like this, and then it clears it, but you want to pull this out. You should do it before you push it in, like on that side. I don't know what I was thinking. Need the tool again, need the tool again. So yeah, you want to get that out before you push this in. But then once you push it in, it goes into a hole in there, and then this clips in and forms the side skirt. So over here is the same. I already pulled this out a little bit. You pull that out, and then you want to situate the legs in order to get the clearance for that, and then that goes in like that. We're almost complete. Then you can push the arms down and they peg in there and just get them. You get pretty self-explanatory how to get the arms anatomically correct. And then you want to forward this, make sure it's together like this. You collapse this metal piece in there, and this piece goes in here and kind of goes up to keep it all together tight. And you have two little notches, so it's pretty tight in there. Let me get his head. His head's not straight, but yeah, I think this is right. This came out. That's never done that before. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's not the strongest connection right there on his legs, but it's a connection. So, and here's Brawn in robot mode, which is Hunk Brawn. So yeah, he's pretty nice. He's pretty nice. I like his face sculpt, his helmet. Colors aren't bad. I'll go over articulation now. His head doesn't really move. It doesn't go up or down. It moves to the side about that much, and you can move this thing somewhat. You can pull the backpack out to get more, but wait, he doesn't have waist. I just realized he doesn't have waist articulation, unless it's, oh, he does. He does have waist articulation. He has a little waist articulation. It's enough. The backpack does get in the way, but it's not bad. He goes up this far, but then you can get up this far. It doesn't look bad. It kind of looks like it's supposed to be that way, but so he can raise his hand because he's sure. He has bicep swivel all the way around. Single jointed elbow. It gets you a little bit more than 90 degrees, but it's just about 90 degrees. Did I show his arm? Yeah, his arm goes all the way around. It's friction, but I don't think you need anything else. His knees is about 90, but a little bit more. His backpack is definitely in the way. He has just the swivel up here. Nothing right there. Did his knees. His toe tilt. Doesn't have real deep toe tilts, but that's about it. Doesn't really get up or down. His feet are the sides of the car, so, and the backpack is pretty stable. Yeah, you see the back of him. He's pretty clean. Has the wheels. Wheels still move on his back. So yeah, that's him. Let me show you his gun. The rail system here just slides in there. Then he's armored up or armed up. Can't really, I don't know. I don't think you can put this in his hand or on his hand. I haven't tried though, but yeah, I don't think it goes anywhere. I don't think it's designed to go on his arm. I'm okay with it not going on his arm, but some of you may not be. Let's get some comparisons and then we will be done. So the first comparison is with his brethren, Sheridan. And Sheridan's a little bit taller than him. So I think that's a good scale. I like the way they look together. And let's compare the other Brawn that I have, which is Final Victories Brawn. Now, his night or day. So So Final Victories Brawn, a little bit skinnier. I like these proportions way better. This is an okay figure though, especially for the price. It's crazy. It comes out at like $25, I think. Cause I think it was $75 or $80 for all three. So now it has nowhere near the material, the build, the sculpt, the paint as this guy. For your money though, I believe he is a better figure because he's not that much more expensive. I mean, $25 is $25, but for another 50 or so, you can get him, and I just think it's a heftier figure. I think it looks better. It's scaled better. It's besides his feet had to grow on me. I can say that. Seen a couple people say they look like Ninja Turtles, and yes, they do look like Ninja Turtle feet, and I just can't unsee that now. So he's perfect for a remake. And I even was looking at not Magic Square. Is it Magic Square? Or New Age. I think New Age made the turtles, made his mold, and then they made the 4 turtles into the mold that they made him in the legend scale. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in them after getting this figure. But yeah, so this is that comparison, and you can see on the back. You know, his backpack is bigger. It's compact, but I like that. I think it's how it's supposed to be. So I think this concludes the review for FansToys FT-42 Hunk, which is their Masterpiece Brawn. And thank you for watching, and I will get up with you guys in the next one.
Life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.